Hi, welcome to Driving TV, and I hope you are well. In this video, we're going to talk about the controls of your car. Get to know the controls of your car. On our last video, we talked about the controls for our feet, the controls you need for you to drive the car for your feet. This is what we talked about on our last video. So if you haven't seen that video, watch that for you to see the feet controls. In this one, we're going to talk about the hand controls for your car. So we're going to talk about the steering, the handbrake, and the gear. And we're going to talk about in both automatic and manual. So if you're learning in an automatic or manual, you'll have both in this video for your hands. Whichever you need, whichever car you're learning on, you'll have both in it. So you just watch the one you need. There are many for your hands, which is you have the steering, handbrake, and the gear. And then you also have the fan and the radio and the indicators and all that. But mainly for your hands, you need the steering, the handbrake, and the gear. Without those, you can't drive the car. You can't drive if the radio doesn't work, if the fan doesn't work. It's not a problem. So the steering, the handbrake, and the gear. This is what we're going to talk about in this video for both manual and automatic. Let's start the lesson. This is the steering. What does it do? It directs you the way you want to go. Where do you hold? Try to hold quarter to 3. Nowadays, it is advised to hold quarter to 3. So you hold it there. That way you have both hands on the wheel. And try not to cross hands on your steering. Try to do pull and push technique. Okay, pull. You pull with one and you push it with the other. So you take it with one and you take it down with the other. Okay, and the other way. So pull and push technique is the technique it is advised for you to do. It's the best technique really, because if you cross hands, what's the problem if you've crossed hand? If you crossed your hand and something happens, what's going to happen? The airbag is going to come out and it's going to squash you. It's not going to do the job it is made for. The airbag is there to save you, to protect you, not to put you in danger. So if you cross your hands and that comes on, it could be trouble for you. It could be problem for you. So no crossing hands. When you're steering, do the pull and push technique. Learn the pull and push technique. Both hands, like I said, quarter to 3. And when you steer little bit here and there. Sometimes you need to go around. All you need is little steering. You don't need much. So obviously, the more you learn, more better you're going to be on your steering. But in the beginning, just as an advice, make sure when you steer, don't steer too much. Steer slightly, little bit by bit when you're steering. Okay? And learn the steering like a clock face. Imagine that's a clock face. If that was a clock, 12 o'clock, 6 o'clock. Learn that. That way, you get to know in your mind how much steering you need to do. 10 minutes that way, 10 minutes that way, 15 that way, 15 that way, half an hour. So you get to know an idea how much steering. So if someone said, or your instructor said that do 15 minutes towards right or steer half an hour towards left, you know what they mean is because you know they're using that as a clock face. So use that, think that this is a clock, and on your steering, think how much you need to steer. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 1 hour. Think of that. So the amount you steer that way, that's the amount needs to go back to get the car straight. So it's a good method for you to remember, think this as a clock face. So then we have the handbrake. Okay, first of all, I'm going to explain to you about the handbrake and the gear for the manual car, and then I will explain the handbrake and the gear for the automatic car. So if you're learning in an automatic or manual, you have for both. So first of all, I'm going to explain, like I said, for the manual. So if you're learning in a manual, watch this, and then after this, if you're learning in an automatic, I will explain also about the automatic, the handbrake, and the gear. Okay, so first for manual, this is the handbrake for the manual. In this car, obviously, I have a button, as you can see. Okay, you might have the lever where it goes up and down, up for on, down for off. There could be a button, and then you press the button up to put the handbrake on, and down to take the handbrake off. But like I said, in this car, I have a button here, up for on, and for me to take it off in this car is an auto off, which means when I go to first gear and when I bring the clutch to the biting point, the handbrake comes off automatically. I don't have to take it off. But in your car, if it doesn't come off and you need to take it off yourself, make sure you know. So when the clutch comes to the biting, that's when you release the handbrake for you to go. In this car, like I said, when I go to first gear and when I bring the clutch to the biting, as you can see, it just goes off. It just goes off. Okay, so, and then to put the handbrake on, that's on. Okay, so as soon as I stop, I put the handbrake on to secure the car. Why do we put the handbrake? To secure the car so the car doesn't roll back, especially on a manual car. If you're parked up on a hill, if you don't put the handbrake on, the car will roll down the hill. So you want to make sure you put the handbrake on before you release your brake, so you know you secure the car. The job of the handbrake is to secure the car. You don't stop the car with the handbrake, you stop it with your brake. But the job of the handbrake is to secure the car. You want to make sure you put the handbrake on when you stop fully. And then you have the gears in a manual car, which I'm going to explain to you now. Okay, so let's look at the gear we have in the UK. As you can see, the gear here, and it's like an H shape. As you can see, it's an H shape. And the gear will start from 1, which is on top, and then 2, which is bottom, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, and it starts from the top and it goes up and down, up and down. Now, most cars will have 5 gear and some will have 6 gear. And it will always be the same. You start from the 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, and if there is 6, it will be underneath. This is how it will be the gears in all cars. The only difference would be the reverse gear. Now the reverse in this car is here, but some car it could be over there, or some car it could be on this side. That's the only difference on the reverse. But the gear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 will be the same in all cars. Now your job is to get this in your head, a picture where the gears are, so you know 1 is on top, and then it goes down to 2, and then up 3, and then below 4, and then up 5, and then if there is 6, it will be below. And the reverse, like I said, it will be different. Now the line in the middle here, it is known as neutral. So at the moment your car is in neutral here. Now as you can see, the neutral is quite long here. So as soon as you let the gear go on neutral, it will stay on here, which is between 3 and 4. So if you don't do anything and you just go top, where did it go? It just went to 3. If you just go underneath, where did it go? It goes to number 4. So if I go to neutral, which means if I don't do anything, I just go up, it means it went to 3rd. If I go down, it will go to 4th. And then I go to neutral, which is the middle. So we know that soon as we let go the gear on neutral, automatically the gear will stay on 3. So we know that to go to 3 and 4, we don't have to do anything. We just go to neutral and we just go up for 3 and down for 4. For us to go to first, what we have to do is hold. So we have to hold and we go towards that way, all the way, and go up. That's first. For us to go to second, we keep pushing towards left and just go down, which is second. For us to go to third, don't do anything. Just go to neutral like that and just go up. To go to fourth, just go straight down. To go to neutral, just go up a little bit and let go. That's neutral. And how do you know this is neutral? You go side by side and you could feel this is neutral. Because if you're in gear, you won't go side by side. So that's how you know that's not neutral. So you go down and go side by side, and you know that's neutral. So as soon as you go to neutral, you know it goes between 3 and 4. So if I don't do anything, like I said, this is important because many people, they get it wrong because they don't understand what the gear is in the first place. For you to do the gear right in the beginning, you need to know where the gear is in neutral, because if you don't, you won't know how to correct it. So for example, you're in second gear now, okay, and you went to third. Now just say you went to third, and now before you take your hands off, you realized that I'm not sure now if this is third or not. What you do, go to neutral, let go, and you know where gear is. All you do is, if you need to go to third, just go up. If you need to go to first, go to neutral and go push it towards left and keep pushing and go up. To go to second, keep pushing from 1 towards left and go down. And to go to third, neutral, like I said, and just up, and then go to down for fourth. Now go to fifth, go to neutral. What do you have to do? Go all the way towards right and go up. And to go to sixth gear, keep pushing it towards right and go down. Now reverse gear, like I said, it will change on different car. In this car, you need to pull that lever there underneath, which is there, as you can see, there's a lever. You hold it like that, and then you push toward right and you go down. Some cars, it will be like you push it down and then you go right and then down, or maybe it could be up, because like I said, the reverse is the only different on different cars, but the key gears are the same. So I hope you get that understanding for gears. If you are learning and you need help on learning and passing the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course. The course gives everything a learner needs to learn to drive and to pass the driving test. It has everything a learner needs. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read, and if you like it, you could always join the course. Here we have the handbrake. In your car, the handbrake could be pulling up and down, but in this one you have a little button here, which is the handbrake. You put the foot brake on to put that on, and then put the foot brake to take it off. But in this car, soon as you go on drive or reverse, it goes off automatically. So when I put the handbrake on, soon as I need to go, I put it on drive, that comes off. In your car, it might not. So make sure you know how your one works, and your one probably have the handle, like I said. Up will be on and down will be off. In this one, I press up for on, and then obviously I turn it off if I need to. Like I said, in this car, as soon as I go on reverse or drive, it goes off automatically because it knows that I need to go. So that's the handbrake. We use it. When do we use it? To secure the car. So when we stop fully to park our car, we put the handbrake on to hold the car, and then obviously we put on P as well to park the car. Okay, but you will get to know that more. But for now, you need to know this is to secure the car. Then you have the gear stick or the gear lever. Gear in an automatic is different than the manual. Gear lever is there. There's a button here. You could have it on the side in your car probably, but here you have a button here. You have a button here. You press that, and then you shift it to wherever you want to go. So at the moment, it's on park. Can you see park? It's on a park at the moment, which means it's now on lock. It's not going to move. If I need to drive, I need to go to D, which is drive. If I need to go neutral, I go to N, and if I need to reverse, I go to R for reverse. So P for park, R for reverse, N for neutral, D for drive. And then on the side, as you can see, we have M and plus and minus. Now these, many they don't even know, and many they never use. These are for low gears, which you do manually, and it is good to know that when you're going uphill, you need more power. Lower gears gives you more power. That's when you could use them. And when you're going downhill, it's also low gears gives you engine braking. So if you learn those, low gears are good for uphill and downhill when you're driving. Up because you need more power, and low gears gives more power. When you're going down, low gears gives you engine braking. Many, they don't even know what they mean. They never use them. They just use normal D for drive and R for reverse, and that's all. And then obviously you have other controls in your car. You have down for left, which is the indicator, up for right, and here you have, can you see, you could change the gear here. So the manual gear that we talked about, where you could do manually up and down, you could do it here with this lever, and you could also do it with your hand. This is for left hand, which is minus, and for the other side you have, can you see, you could do it here with your right hand for plus, going up gear with your hand. These are for manual gears. And then you have other controls. You have the fans, and then you have the air conditioning and all that. Okay, so if you need extra help on learning to drive and to pass the driving test, don't forget to take the advantage of our online course, which gives everything a learner needs. It has more than 30 videos on the course, giving you everything a learner needs for you to learn and for you to pass the driving test. It has everything. And we have course for both automatic and manual. I will leave a link on the description for you to have a look. Have a look and see and read. If you like it, you could always join the course. Thank you for watching. I hope the video helped. If it does, please do give a thumbs up. Please do make a comment what you think of the video. And if you are new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe so don't miss any of my future videos. And hope to see you again on the next video. Bye for now.